get another big challenge today in Dallas Keuchel going against you.
Yeah, we do. But it is nice coming in today, and probably the highlight is Odorizzi coming back. We've missed him, no secret there. He did really good in his rehab. He felt good. He threw the ball really well. So going in today, and then after the break, knowing that we got a healthy pitcher that means a lot to this club back is nice.
Is there going to be a start or two before he's fully able to be stretched out?
I think we'll be smart today, but I mean we got him pretty stretched out in his 2 rehab starts. We'll factor in how clean his innings are and how much the workload is this start. But after that, I think he should be good to go. And the good thing is we've talked about it over and over. It wasn't an arm issue, so his arm feels great.
When you see what he can do with innings, does it give you hope that maybe the second half of the bullpen might get a little more of a breather if he's healthy?
Well, it just I think it provides a lot of optimism of how talented he is and what he's adding into our rotation. Of course, you would assume that with the length that he provides, it would give another 3 or 6 outs per game or something when he starts off. So if it works out that way, that'd be great. We'll take that from anybody, though.
I know you haven't set the order up yet, but as you look to this rotation to the second half with the 5 guys you now have,
yeah,
how do you feel about that in terms of confidence and what those guys could do if they get on a roll?
We're very confident, really good. I mean, I think we're going to see Matt Moore here. He's going to start tomorrow, and then he'll get himself on a break and then bounce back, and wherever we decide to kind of slot all those guys in. But I like the rotation definitely coming out of the break. We need to get through these next 2 days, and I mean nothing thinks that everybody's fine, but let's get through these games, and then we'll be that much stronger with Odo slotted back in.
Yeah, that's the thing. You have those. You have Moore and Odo together back in there for the first time, along with what you've gotten at Archer, Carnes, and Erasmo.
Yeah, and Erasmo can continue to stay hot.
This is the first time you're facing a lefty since Jaso came back. Was it interesting tinkering with where exactly you wanted to slot him?
A little bit, but Jaso, he's seeing the ball really well. I saw a lefty last night, and I can't imagine many left on left at bats that get any tougher than that, where the arm angle Thatcher throws from. So when he's seeing the ball the way he is, it probably makes the most sense to keep him up in the top of the lineup, and then it gives us some later in the ball game for some options if they present themselves.
With Moore tomorrow, what have you seen from him in the first 2 starts?
Probably what we expected. Some really good things, and then some things where he's been inconsistent. I think we're all happy with where the velo has come. I mean, he was 93, 94 in Kansas City. That's really nice to see after a guy that had a 15-month layoff. And the curveball's been really good. So just continue to kind of fine-tune those pitches and be as consistent as possible. I really think he's in a good spot, and he feels strong. He's recovering really nice, so that's always a good sign too.
It's just something that's just going to take him a little bit. I mean, the rust from not having pitched facing major league hitters for 14 months, it's just going to take him a couple of starts just to everything to come together.
I think so, without a doubt. I mean, we've kind of, I know Hick and Stan and Matt, they've had conversations that, the goal is to be as efficient as possible and get the fastball location going. If he does that, he's got plenty of other weapons that will lead him to having success.
Is there any update on Souza? He was out there working.
Yeah, he swung today. Felt really good. Hit off the tee a little bit. So, I mean, nothing really changes. He'll still probably take some form of BP tomorrow, and then he'll have a normal break, and then we'll get him back here and decide where, rehab and stuff like that once games start back up.
What are you doing for the All-Star break?
I am hanging out with the family, and then probably going to go over to the beach one day. Spend the night at a hotel with the kids, and that's about it. I'm boring.
Shocker.
Yeah.
How much will the rest help for the guys overall? I mean, obviously Archer and Box won't get as much, but for the whole group overall to get, whatever happens today and tomorrow.
Yeah, I think quite a bit.
Come back strong in Toronto.
Quite a bit. We've played hard. We've played a lot. We've grinded it out, and we've been in a tough stretch. Excuse me. So I think the off days will be good for guys to separate themselves, go enjoy their families, and bounce back. to get off on a good start. We got to be ready to go, certainly, because we're playing a solid team, division team.
You also have a lot of guys who are getting more playing time this first half than they're used to, like Rivera and Forsythe.
Yeah.
Some of the pitchers, Ramirez has already thrown at the major league level. So is it just, can you see signs in them where they kind of look like they could really use 4 days off or 3 days off?
No, I don't see any signs, but I think just being, factoring in what you just brought up, it probably makes the most sense, but they're not leading for us to think that at all.
No.
No.